Alright, so episode 3 came a lot sooner than I thought it would, but that's a good thing for the progress of what we're doing. And you're about to see all the clips that we have for episode 3, but I'm going to give a little commentary before you see said clips. So, firstly, to be able to fit the pulley that we want to, there was stuff in the way that originally we thought, oh, we're just going to have to remove the engine. Although that would be a fun thing to do and probably good for views, it's not easy. And so we found a way by a half a century of grinding. You just saw a minute and a half of grinding, and I'm not joking. I had to edit that because it was nearly 15 minutes of just literally just grinding that stuff away. After that, we spent a good 5 to 15 more minutes just trying to loosen the front engine bolts so we could try to push the engine forward a little bit. Update. We have now taken off the back pulley, and of course already taken off the front pulley, and we're thinking that we're have to go buy a well, I forget what my father told us, but we gotta go buy something because by default at the moment they're not going to work. So we're gonna leave here in 5 seconds or so to go look for that. So, woo! So after going to the store, it was actually what we call the Mennonite Walmart, and we got what we needed. We looked at the mower deck and saw if we could get any useful parts off of it, which we eventually kind of did. But here's that time lapse. Then I tried to give a crappy explanation of what we're doing. Alright, to put it simply, we got this big old pulley, this 8.5-inch pulley from right there that was used on the bad gear. Problem with this, has that. Solution, we bought this. That somehow has to go on here. Now that somehow has to go on here. We're gonna figure it out. And then finally, my father gave a very well-knowledged explanation as to what we were doing, and yeah.
So we've got to take and save this center star pattern to put on this pulley. that we're going to need, because this star pattern is not going to work, looks like. And this is going to go right in here. We welded in here to drive on the engine. That's a 1-inch diameter with a 1/4-inch keyway in it. So this has to be machined out for this to fit into it, then tack welded in, and hopefully save this star pattern for that pulley.
Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching these episodes. I know it's something completely out of the blue that is not usual for this channel, but I'm having fun doing it. And that is where I'm going to call episode 3, and episode 4, we're pulley swapping. Alright, so we're getting things. We're getting things in places. We're also going to start looking at the aesthetic part of this mower. Because a lot of the original stuff is not going back on there. So we'll look at that in episode 4. Alright guys, peace.